In today's video, I want to show you TicWatch's latest health tracking device. This is the TicWatch GTH Pro, and its emphasis is to tell you how healthy your heart and arteries are by using the new built-in PPG biosensor that allows it to take more accurate measurements and readings using that sensor on the side versus just the wrist readings on some of the other traditional health tracking devices. So without further ado, let's get into it. Hey everyone, my name is Jeff. Thanks so much for joining me. Now, Mobvoi, the company that makes TicWatch, reached out to me and actually sent me this sample so that I could go through, try it out, and do a review to give you my thoughts on using it. So there are timestamps down in the description where you can jump to whatever portion you want, but I'm going to start with unboxing it and showing you the setup. So let's get to unboxing the TicWatch GTH Pro. Let's just take a look on the box. So this has got the Arty offers personalized AI-based heart health insights and guidance for overall wellness and peace of mind. It's got dual PPG biosensors, HRV tracking for stress level detection, Tic motion auto motion recognition, curved glass meets metal body for smooth and stylish design. It's got sleep tracking, 7 to 10 days battery life, 24/7 heart rate tracking, 5 ATM waterproof, 24/7 skin temperature tracking, support for customized watch faces, respiratory rate detection, and 14 workout modes. Oh, look at that. Let's see if we can pull this out. Let's just kind of spin it around while we have it still in part of its packaging. See if we can pop the foam out of the middle. So let's take a closer look at the watch. So the casing itself appears to be an aluminum. So it's got the lightness of being aluminum, but not a cheap plastic build that I'm noticing right off the bat. So it does have kind of a classier look to it. I like that it is all black. I'm noticing that there's this sensor on the side, and then we've got our wheel that turns. Here's our wristband, and you can see that on this side there is no buttons. Doesn't look like there's anything. I do just like the black finish that it has. It's got a very traditional watch band clasp. Let's take a closer look at the back. You can see all of the information here, the model number, as well as all the sensors that are on the back. There's a metal plate there. This looks to be for the charging. And then I'm noticing on the wristband that there are metal prongs allowing you to switch out the watch band. What else do we have in the box? So we've got our charging cable. So the charging cable is a USB to this particular specific port. This cable just snaps to the back of the watch so that you can charge it up. Very simplistic looking. So let's take a look at how this watch looks on my wrist as far as going into the different notches. I would say I've got pretty average wrists. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 holes in on this watch. So I still have, I suppose if you had a bigger wrist, you do still have quite a few notches left. And it's got a very lightweight feel on my arm. Honestly, I don't even think I would notice that I was wearing this. Oh, and it's not powering on right off the bat. So Let's see if we can plug in the charger and give this guy some juice, charge it up. And real quick, as we're doing all the videos on this channel, we've hidden Tinker. Tinker's our little hidden robot that looks just like this guy on my shirt, and he briefly pops up in all the videos on this channel. So if you happen to spot Tinker, take note of the timestamp. That is the amount of time into this video that you spotted Tinker popping up, and be the first person to let me know that timestamp down in the comments below, along with your best comment. If you are the first person to successfully find Tinker, I'll put your name on our Tinker Ford Hall of Fame page, as well as I'll give you a shout out in one of my future videos. So I gave it some time to charge, and now when I click the side button or tap the side button, it gives me a QR code to scan to download the app. So from this point, I've downloaded the Mobvoi, formerly TicWatch app, and I'm going to go ahead and open that on my phone. Then from this point, I can hit start down at the bottom. And then from this point, it's going to want me to log in. Now, if you're new to Mobvoi, you're going to have to go ahead and create a login account for your watch. You can hit this register button up top in the right. So from here, I can go ahead and go down to device. That's at the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and add device. And let's do the TicWatch GTH, and it's saying here allow Mobvoi to take pictures and record video. I'm going to say yes while using the app. It wants me to scan the QR code to pair the watch. So if I jump back to the watch, this was the barcode to download the app. Now I can swipe up, and now this QR code scan to bind device. So we're going to go ahead and scan this. And then from this point, allow Mobvoi to find, connect, and determine the relative position of nearby devices. I'm allowing permissions. Pairing, don't quit. The whole process takes about 10 seconds. Connection successful. So we've got our TicWatch paired. It's just that quick and easy to pair up your device. So we're going to go ahead and hit complete. Allow Mobvoi to access this device's location. I'm going to do that while using the app. Allow it to access phone call logs. I'm going to allow that. Allow Mobvoi to access your contacts, allowing that. Manage phone calls, allowing that. View and send text messages, allowing that. And then data service authorization to provide a more professional and accurate health analysis. The Arty service needs to access your body-related data. So I'm going to agree to that. And then from this point, it actually did populate here, TicWatch GTH Pro, right up top, so it knows the device that I have connected. So I've had a chance to play around, do a workout or two with the GTH Pro, and I want to tell you about it. So I've reviewed several of TicWatch's products, or Mobvoi's TicWatches on this channel, including the TicWatch Pro 3 and the E3, which are more of their beefier watches. You can see here even just the size difference and the shape. The GTH Pro is more of a fitness tracker than it is a smartwatch. It still gives you a lot of the same readings that you can get on the smartwatches. You just don't get all the bells and whistles. There's no built-in microphone. There's no speakers, but you can still use it for a lot of those health readings, which is where this particular tracker excels. The metal design feels very comfortable and yet lightweight on my wrist. The button that's on this right side, by pushing that, takes you into the different menus. It'll give you notifications. You can track your exercises. Let's start with those exercises. So you are kind of limited. Doesn't give you nearly as many exercises as some of the other watches that I have reviewed on this channel, like Samsung's Galaxy Watch 4, but you do get your basic run, cycling, swimming, walking, rowing. So any of those basic exercises you're going to have covered using this particular tracker. To actually go into an exercise, you just pick out which one you want. I like going for runs, so I've actually tracked my runs. You can go ahead and start it. Once it has started, it's going to track everything from your duration, BPM, steps, and then your mileage for your runs. When you get to the point where you are going to be done, essentially you can swipe to the left, and then from this point you can pause or finish the run. When you go ahead and stop, it'll give you all of your stats from your workout. And if you're learning something or if you're getting some value out of this video review, take a second, smash that like button. I greatly appreciate it. It helps out this video as well as this channel. So looking at notifications coming in on the watch, you can see here, here's a text message that I just sent. And I can essentially get the first little bits of information if I'm going through my notifications by swiping up. I can see here probably the first couple of words from that sentence of the text message, but anything else I have to go and finish looking at this on my phone. Now it's the same way with any type of emails. You'll notice here like Discord, new message. That doesn't really help me out a whole lot. And again, you can't really see anything else from those messages. So from a notification standpoint, I wish that it would give you more information. These notifications aren't that helpful to me. TicWatch gives you all their TicHealth, different apps on the tracker. So everything from taking your pulse, which you can do on the fly, tracking your breathe rate, the ever popular SpO2 or blood oxygen level reading, which again you can take on the fly by just going into this particular portion. It's going to measure. And after about 10-15 seconds, it comes up with 96-97% blood oxygen level. And then it does give you some information here as well, saying normal blood oxygen saturation is going to be 95% or more. You can also do things like take your skin temperature. Now this takes a couple seconds longer, anywhere from like 20 to 45 seconds from when I've been measuring in the past, but I can go ahead and take an on-the-fly skin temperature measurement. So we can see here that I've got a normal skin temperature at 95.8. Now, skin temperature is not the same as your body or your core temperature, but sudden drops or raises in your temperature give you early warning signs to things such as sickness or just other things going on with your body. So you've also got TicZen and TicBreath. TicZen is going to essentially do a measurement to show you how stressed or relaxed you are, and TicBreath gives you different breathing increments. You can choose from anywhere 1 minute all the way up to 9-minute different breathing exercises to help you realign yourself and become more relaxed. So the feature that really TicWatch wants to stand out on this particular tracker is Arty. And Arty is essentially telling you the health of your heart and your arteries. And it's able to take a measurement not only using your wrist sensors that are underneath, but also by using this special sensor that's on the side that I'm going to apply my finger to. Now you have to be very still and quiet while you're taking the measurement. I've noticed that even the slightest movements while I'm trying to have my finger on this sensor will cause it to error out. But I'm going to go ahead and just lightly press my finger against this sensor. And once it's done taking the reading, it's going to give me several different measurement readings telling me my heart health. So my artery score overall is 77 out of 100. It gives me a true HR, which is essentially, TicWatch says that it's kind of like giving you an ECG, but they can't call it an ECG, but essentially it's tracking my heart rate. Tells me there that it was a 77 BPM. It also gives you this ECap, which is my exercise capacity, and I've got a 60%. Essentially, that is giving me a percentage of my how well I can fitness and how well the blood flow is moving to the inner muscle of my heart. In addition to that, it also gives me an HSX score, which it came up with 20%. 20% is essentially showing how much stress my heart has. And you want to target for a low heart stress score. It also tells me my Arty age, which it essentially is comparing me to other people that have the stiffness of arteries of a 30 to 40-year-old. I'm in my 40s, so I guess you could say that my arteries could even be as good as a 30-year-old. Now, in addition to that, you can compare your scores from other times that you've taken this test, it recommends that you do it once in the morning, once in the evening, and then gives you different recommendations, such as that I should be exercising at least 150 minutes a week to help my heart health. I can go into any of these other score metrics and compare different times that I have taken that score. So on average, I'm getting 71, minimum has been 62, and maximum has been 80. And I can see the different days here that I have been taking readings. In addition to that, it'll track your sleep with TicSleep. Now last night, I don't feel that I got a good night's rest. I didn't fall asleep till practically midnight. And then I was up really early this morning, and it says I got 4 hours, 45 minutes worth of sleep. It's got a smiley face and telling me that that's very good. What does it say if I get a 7 or 8 hour night's rest? Am I off the charts? That doesn't seem right to me, that would be a very good sleep duration, but I will track your sleep. I do think the tracking of how much sleep I got was pretty accurate from my ability to track when I think I fell asleep versus getting up. I thought I got roughly about 5 hours worth of actual sleep. You can actually scroll up and it'll actually tell me the amount of time that I was awake, light sleep, and deep sleep. And then you get other basic features such as a stopwatch. You can see the current weather as far as temperature in your upcoming days. Swiping to the right takes you back a menu. You also have music controls. There's, if you have some sort of a music app on your phone, such as using Spotify or I'll listen to podcasts, if I've got that actively playing on my phone, I can use the music control to advance to the next track or pause or play, and that very simple, basic functions from your watch. And again, doesn't allow you to store any music on this or anything, but it does work as a remote to control whatever you're listening to on your phone. And really that's it as far as different app features that you can put on the watch or on the fitness tracker. By swiping to the left, this takes you into their snapshot, so I can see how many calories, steps, distance that I've gone, my sleep score from last night. I can go into a workout, and it kind of gives me an overshot of today, some of those different metric readings that we were talking about from earlier. It'll take an on-the-fly heart rate measurement so that I can see what my BPM is. And then giving you the weather, and then taking me back to the home screen. You do also have the options where if you hold or long press down on the screen, this allows you to change 2 different watch faces. There's not a ton to choose from, especially pre-installed on the watch, but you can go into the app on your phone and there are more watch face options to choose from. This is one of the watch faces that was free that I was able to download. And I will say, comparing this to downloading different watch faces on other watches, the Galaxy Watch, Fitbit's watch, for whatever reason, it took forever to download this watch face. I mean, maybe it took a minute, minute and a half, but to me that seems like an eternity, whereas other devices sometimes I can download a watch face in a matter of seconds. Swiping down from the top of the screen allows you to get into quick settings, so you can change the screen brightness, you can turn this into a flashlight, you can even use the Find My Phone feature, and in the Mobvoi app there's also a feature where you can find the watch, which is convenient. Someone like me that leaves stuff laying around when I can't find it, having those abilities. Going into the Mobvoi app on my phone will give me all the different metrics that it has measured today: active hours, exercise, steps. It also will constantly remind me here, it's been a while since I've taken an Artery reading, so it will even direct me on how to do that right in the app, telling me to go to that section and giving me instructions. With that being said, it'll also give you an overview of all your metrics, so heart rate, your blood oxygen level, skin temperature, stress, and all that information right inside the app. So on the box, TicWatch says you get 7 to 10 days battery life. I will say with something like a tracker versus a more traditional smartwatch, like say the Samsung Galaxy Watch, which has about a day's worth of battery, something like a tracker like this from TicWatch is going to give you way better battery life. So if you're somebody that doesn't like to charge these things daily, you're definitely going to get several days worth of life out of this watch. So I'm going on day number 3 using this GTH Pro, and my battery life at this point, according to the app, is 62%. So I still have quite a bit of battery left, and I will say that I've been through 2 workouts, a longer workout that was about 45 minutes, and then a shorter workout with this watch. So you can get in several different workouts. You can also go in and use this tracker, throughout the day, and you don't have to worry about running out of battery life if you're going to take this somewhere over a weekend, or probably even try to get through a week using this tracker. You're going to have a much easier time than using a full-blown Android watch. So the watch band on this tracker is your traditional watch band with the traditional clasp. It does have these little pins, so if you do want to switch one of these bands out, maybe you've broken one of these bands, or at some point you can just use your finger to get it in there for these little metal pins and pull it out. To me, I'm not a huge fan of these little metal pins. I wish they would adapt something like what Fitbit's got, where it's a little bit easier using that plastic clip to remove these bands, but it is still something that will allow you to change out the bands versus some smartwatches and trackers out there that don't even let you do that. So my final thoughts, as of the recording of this video, the GTH Pro is priced at $99, $20 more than the existing GTH model that has been out there from TicWatch. Now, if you're comparing the Pro to the regular GTH, the difference is this PPG biosensor that gives you those readings on your heart health, your artery health. So you're paying that difference in price for those readings, giving you a little bit more accuracy than just the readings you're going to get from the wrist readings on traditional health tracking devices like this. Now, if you're comparing this device to other brands, Fitbit, Samsung, Apple Watch, those are going to do a lot of the same features that this does, all the different health metric tracking. So your blood oxygen level, SpO2, your heart rate, tracking your sleep, tracking your stress, even taking your skin temperature readings, which this device does. However, this device is coming in at under $100. So you're getting a great value for all the different health metrics that this device is taking, including that PPG sensor that allows you to get all that heart health information. Some of the limitations I have with this device. So first off, I'm not impressed with the notifications. I really wish that they could give you more information from either your emails or your text messages than just 1 or 2 lines of text that really doesn't tell me a whole lot, and now requires me to do that extra step of going on my phone to read, especially if I'm in the middle of a workout or doing something where I don't want to check stuff on my phone. Now, this device also doesn't have any built-in GPS, so if you are using this for tracking your workouts, you are going to have your phone with you. This device only comes in one color, the Meteorite Black, so if you're looking for more color options, you're not going to get that with this device. This device also has a 5 ATM water resistance rating. If you look at the fine print on TicWatch's website, they actually say they don't recommend that you take this in the shower. Don't use this around any types of soaps or other chemicals. If you're using this for swimming, they want it only used in shallow water, so no diving. They don't want you using this during or with any type of high pressure water, any water jets, anything like that. So to me, that really limits the use of what you can do if you're planning on using this for swimming or other water activities. I wish they could increase that rating, because to me, that just doesn't get it done for a tracker such as this. So let me know your thoughts and comments about the GTH Pro down in the comments section below. And I'm going to leave links here to other videos I've done reviewing other TicWatch products and other wearables that are fitness trackers and smartwatches if you are looking around at different options to track your health and fitness. And if you're new here, my name is Jeff and I do tech review videos like this every single week on this channel. So if you take a second, hit that subscribe button, that little notification bell, you won't miss any of my weekly videos. And as always, I greatly appreciate you taking the time to watch these videos. Be sure to make every day awesome, and I will see you in the next video.